Hello, everyone. This is Reverend Ken Wilcox at the Center for Spiritual Living here in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. So, I have a rather troubling tale to tell you this today. It's a story of that most gay and lesbian people who study history have heard about from Atlanta, Georgia, but there are no records of it. But when you would used to talk to older gays, they had all heard this story. And in fact, they could pinpoint exactly where this event happened. I one time talked to a history director of the Atlanta Center for History, and he said, yes, he said he'd been hearing about this story for years, but there's nothing in the papers. Now, the story was that in this very nice apartment building in Midtown Atlanta, that some gay men, wealthy gay men, had gathered to have a party on Good Friday. The police were called and the party was raided. The men were so horrified by the prospect of being arrested and having their names revealed in the papers, which the papers would do that at that time, that instead of being caught by the police and suffering that embarrassment, 2 or 3 of them leaped from their deaths from this high-rise apartment. I asked the history director, why? Why is there nothing in the papers? And he speculated that these men had come from such prominent families that the families were able to keep the news silent and that no one was to know. And so the tragedies of their lives are lost to history. I know there's a lot of controversy about, having a gay pride month. And I've done my share of marching in parades. It's just not anything I need to do right now. But I do think it's okay for us to acknowledge, and not just for gay and lesbian and transgender people, but for everyone. We're all God's children, and we're all moving towards that day when we can be ourselves. You see, it's when we try to hide, when we try to press down. This is when anger and frustration and turmoil bubble up into all kinds of sin and abuse. When we are allowed to be who God has called us to be, we will step up, and in that place, we can move out in love and compassion and making the world a better place for our having been in it. This is the truth in your life today. It's the truth in mine, and so it is.